What's going on? It's your boy God by 2009. I know y'all haven't seen me do no videos like this in a while, but you know, it's trouble going on with the Google Live Hangouts or whatever. Y'all know how this goes, man. So I'ma do it because I love y'all so much. Please continue to like, subscribe, and support. I'll be back to my regular lives next week because there's a lot of technical difficulties right now. So right now I'm gonna just upload it because I love y'all so much. I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing this. This one's gonna be about, you know, why Scorpios take so long to make things official, you know what I'm saying, and why certain things, certain aspects of things, you know, happen the way they do. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. You know, I was really aggravated and pissed off yesterday, but sometimes you got to use your anger and your irritation for almost as a stepping stool. You can't let it tear you down or break you. You got to use it as fuel, as energy. Y'all excuse me. I'm doing it raw this week. I know y'all haven't seen me do it like this in a while. Y'all get to know me up close and personally. A lot of my old subscribers, my early subscribers, they familiar. This ain't nothing new to them, because I started out doing uploaded videos. So y'all show me that love and support and let me know that I'm doing the right thing, and let me know I still got your support. Make sure you like and everything. You know, why I'm trying to let you know why Scorpios don't make, you know, women official, why they don't you know, necessarily like marrying them, why it takes so long for Scorpios to make up their mind when it comes to relationships. And it seems like a lot of times we're caught up in the middle of the road, indecisive and very, you know, on edge. And y'all got to forgive me. I love this outside. I'm gonna start doing more videos outside, because I think us as a social media generation, man, you know, we had to get outside more. You know what I'm saying? That's from age 1 to 99. You know what I'm saying? We got to get outside. I love this. The vibration of the sun is just beaming. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this, man, because I enjoy doing this for y'all. So I'm going to make sure I go ahead and keep it consistent. Y'all just give me a second. You know, a lot of women don't understand a lot of times the Scorpio man, because a Scorpio man doesn't, like I always tell y'all, he doesn't really express himself a lot, you know, talk about things and certain aspects of stuff. So I'm gonna get to y'all, you know, how y'all want to see it. You know, a lot of times, a lot of women keep, you know, their attitudes, man. One thing about a Scorpio, man, we don't tolerate a lot of, you know, negative, bad attitudes. You know, a lot of people say, you know, the Scorpio, oh, you a Scorpio, y'all have negative attitudes, or y'all can be negative. Yeah, we can be negative, but one thing about us, when we're negative, we don't try to spew that energy out on other people. We'll go off, we'll detach ourselves, we'll go in a quiet spot and vent out, you know, do whatever we have to do to get rid of that bad energy. We're not gonna hurl it off, you know, like on other people. Try to put negative energy or bad, you know, vibes to another person, because it's not fair, and it's you know, it's BS. And a lot of times Scorpio, he's not gonna want to deal with a woman with the attitude. A lot of women exit themselves out because of their attitudes, man. You can't have a negative attitude, because it's gonna tear you down, and it's gonna destroy your relationship with the Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? You got to have your attitude. You can't be you know it all, snapping neck. You can't be that neck popping, you know, finger snapping type of woman. If you want to deal with a Scorpio, you got to humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? And at times we as Scorpios can have our ego too, but you know, you got to learn to not spew bad energy, ladies. You got to learn to be more logical. You got to be more logical and less emotional. You got to use your head and be more wise. You know, and a lot of women, another reason, a lot of women are very self-centered. A lot of women can be, you know, a lot of the self-centeredness in this society, as far as just, I know we live in a society, and in this world we taught to be preservation is key and things of this nature. But when it comes to trying to build some type of bond or some type of relationship or some type of, merger, you got to, you got to come to a middle of a road here. You got to be able to compromise. You got to be able to look at yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to share. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second. I brought all these loose papers. I should have left that. But that's okay. Y'all bear with me, because I'm at my little. I walked a little bit away from my house, but next time I'm gonna go to a park or something. Y'all just give me a chance, because I got a lot to do today, so I wanted to go ahead and knock this out. You know, you got to learn to put your, if you want to be put first on that list, you got to do likewise. If you want to be put first on his list, if you want him to be this giving man and share his time and commit to you, you can't be focused on yourself all the time. Because if you're the type of woman that's gonna be focused on yourself and, you know, like the hell with that, I ain't gotta do this, I ain't gotta do that, you know, he worry about himself, then how you gonna be in a relationship? You don't need to be in a relationship. You need to be by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not ready to share. You're not ready to compromise. You're not ready to think logically. So you're not ready for a real man. You know what I'm saying? You might want to stick to little boys or something, man, because you're not ready to deal with a full-grown man. You got to learn to share. That's with anybody, with, you know, friendships, whatever. But if you're going to be in a relationship where you want to spend, you know, somebody to commit to you, you got to stop. You got to get rid of that self-centered attitude. You got to get rid of that, ladies. You know what I'm saying? You got to get rid of that. And I'm not, this ain't all bashing all women, but I'm trying to let y'all know why a lot of Scorpios avoid this, and because a lot of them leave their women looking, you know, clueless and not really knowing what's going on, because we don't really express ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We don't really talk about stuff. Let me see. You know, a lot of women that are clamorous and wicked with their words. You know, one thing about men, we do have our problems, we do have our anger issues and our temper issues, but a lot of women, their words, a lot of times your words can be so hurtful, and because y'all so emotional, y'all know what type of words to say to a person, say to anybody, to hurt them. Y'all do stuff in a more conniving way. You can't be clamorous and wicked with your words. Even if you get mad, you know, it's okay to get mad and be blunt, but don't be wicked. Don't be evil. Don't be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you angry, you know, go off and blow the steam. Go separate yourself. If you feel like you at a point where you can't communicate logically, like regular mature adults, you know, go by yourself. Go off to yourself. Don't spew out, you know, heavy energy. Don't spew out evil energy at other people, because nobody trying to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, the old people say, you know, you gotta, don't nobody owe nobody anything. You know, just like you said, you don't owe that man nothing. He don't owe you commitment. He don't owe you loyalty. You know what I'm saying? So if you want that, if you want to go towards that direction, towards marriage, towards a long, healthy relationship, you got to be able to use your words wisely. Don't try to dominate him. Don't try to emasculate him. Don't try to make him, you know, feel less than, or feel weaker than, or feel like he's not a man. Because a Scorpio is not going to deal with you. He's going to disappear on you. He's going to leave you. You know, the less mature ones might try to sting you or whatever, but us Phoenix Scorpios, man, we don't do all that shit. We just go to the next and move on, man. We don't deal with a bunch of over dominant, you know, liberal feminist type women, man. We cut those off real fast, because we can read them like a good book. You know what I'm saying? We read them like a good book. You know, we see it right away. So if you type of woman that's very dominating and have a very demeaning way of dealing with men that you've been with in your past, have a very disrespectful way that you deal with your man, are very clamorous and careless with your words, don't look for a Scorpio. He's not for you. You know, move on, find somebody else. You know, find a weaker man, you know, and live happily ever after, and you know, in your clamorous, over dominant world. You know what I'm saying? Because no real man is gonna deal with that type of stuff. You know what I mean? No real man's, his logical mind is gonna deal with that type of stuff. And don't ever think it's too comfortable, because Scorpio will switch on you just when you think, things not gonna go, his way. Will switch up on you. You know what I'm saying? And one dude told me something that made a lot of sense. He said, don't judge a book by its cover, because we always have a couple of tricks up our sleeve. A lot of people think when they see us, they take it for face value. No, we always have a plan A, B, C, D. Don't ever think because we put you on a pedestal that you can't be snatched off that pedestal. So learn, we got to have an attitude adjustment. You know what I'm saying? And I had to do this video, man, because somebody, I was fired up and I was pissed because I couldn't do my lives yesterday. But just like I said, I'm going to use that energy, I'm going to recycle it and do positive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let it rip me down or deter me from doing what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure I have to do what I have to do. You know what I mean? A lot of women, a lot of things, this is another real big thing that makes Scorpio not really make things official, not really want to take things to the next level or commit. A lot of women like to nag until they blue in the face. A lot of women love to nag and love to, almost put their husbands or their man or whatever you want to call it into a weaker characteristic trait because of, how media has portrayed the man, how, cinema has portrayed the man. A lot of you women have been programmed to, think and deal with your man in the worst way, and nagging and being over the top. It's normal for a woman to be, but don't continuously do it. Don't continuously over every damn thing, because that is very irritating. A lot of women be like, I can't keep my man in the house. I can't deal with him. Like damn. It's like, if you gonna nag him and make his life a living hell, he's not gonna want to be around you. He's gonna get the hell away from you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep your damn mouth shut sometimes. You gotta let the man be the man. You can't try to overpower a man. That ain't how God created it. Y'all give me a second. A lot of, and this another thing, a lot of women are not very private. A lot of women are not very private with their business. They're not very careful with their business. They have no type of privacy. They have no type of, intimacy about themselves. Women back in certain times, like when my mother, and I ain't gonna say my mother, my grandmother's generation, they had a certain discretion when it came to their household. They had a certain morality and a certain value on their relationship, a certain value on their children, on their kids, on their whatever. They were more discreet. They didn't throw all their dirty laundry in the street so everybody could see it. They didn't post all their stuff on social media so everybody can be the judge, know what's going on in your relationship, so everybody can know how dysfunctional your situation is. And a lot of times, a lot of situations are easily fixed. A lot of situations, are so avoidable. But when you put your stuff especially your relationship on a broadcast on social media and stuff, you're letting everybody into your business. And Scorpios, we're extremely introverted. We're extremely private men. So when you start throwing all our business, start talking about, how we doing things, and complaining, just even if we did something good for you, when you start, showing it all off, it's like a Scorpio will, he won't share a lot of stuff with you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, once he know you are a chatty, you're a chatty patty, and you tell everything and you can't keep your mouth shut for 5 minutes, he's going to distance himself away from you. He's not going to share private secrets with you. He's not going to tell you the deep, dark secrets in his life. He's not going to, share his private life, about his childhood. He's not going to share how he's feeling or how certain things are affecting him, because he know he can't have a heart to you without all his doggone business being posted, all his mess being put on on Front Street. Who wants to be put on Front Street 24/7? Not me. You know what I'm saying? So I know and most Scorpios are a lot more introverted than me. I'm a little bit more extroverted than a lot of Scorpios. You know what I'm saying? So you got to use discretion. You got to be more private. Keep your business your business. You don't need to be nagging and being a chatty patty with your friend 24/7 like you're 16 damn years old. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be an adult and be treated as an adult and be respected as this queen, as this woman, as this woman of substance, you have to hold yourself as a queen. You have to carry yourself as a prestigious woman, as a woman worth having value, worth giving my time to, worth being loyal to, worth having respect for. You got to show and prove. If you want that respect, you got to give respect. Nobody gonna, you can't expect for somebody to have respect for you or do the right things with you if you got a nasty attitude. If you always got your face balled up every 5 seconds, who wants to deal with that? Who wants to be a part of that? You know what I'm saying? Nobody's trying to deal with that. And the one thing about it, once you tell a Scorpio's business and once you put our stuff out on Front Street, he won't never forget that. He will never forgive or forget that. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to share anything with you. He's not going to be that loyal person. He's not going to trust you, because he know every doggone thing he tell you. Shaniqua, Deborah, and all your colleagues, everybody gonna know his doggone business. Mama, daddy, everybody know his damn business, because you can't keep your mouth shut for nothing. You got to learn to be more private, learn to be more discreet, because that's how you build trust. That's how you build bonds. That's how lifelong bonds are built, when a person can keep stuff to, when a person can trust you. When you have that bond, trust build bonds. It's like the glue that keeps the bond together, that trust, man. And if he can't trust you, how are you going to build a bond? If you can't build a bond, if you're not bonded, how are you going to have a relationship? You can't have a relationship if you're not bonding with them, because you're not going to want to be around them. You're not going to be fucking with them like that. So you got to have more discretion. You got to be more private. You got get the fuck off the computer. Get the fuck off the Facebook and the Instagram. You know what I mean? Go get outside. Get some sun on your back. You know what I'm saying? Keep your business your business. You know what I mean? Your business is exactly what it is, your business. And the Scorpio business, that's what it is. It's his business, it's our business. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to broadcast it and share it in the world. 'Cause if he shared something with you, he shared it with you. If he wanted it to be around and broadcast it, he would have said it to you in front of a group. You know what I'm saying? He would have said it to you, in a place where it's a lot of people, If he's telling you something directly, then he's telling you in confidence. He's not telling you so you can go back and run your mouth to 50 of your friends. I posted it all on Facebook, what he bought you, where y'all living at, what y'all gonna be doing, where y'all vacationing, what your kids eating. He don't want all that. A Scorpio, he's not the type that's gonna really indulge that in a positive light. He's gonna become very negative and very irritated with that. And then this is another thing why a lot of Scorpios really avoid, marriage and things like that, and don't make things official with their ladies, because a lot of women in this society are extremely arrogant. They're extremely over egotistical, because of the just like I said, because of television and the way society is programmed. They want to get their ass kissed 24/7. They want certain things to go their way. They want to be worshipped almost. They want to be worshipped almost on a pedestal. And I'm not worshiping anything but God. You know what I'm saying? You flesh and blood like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting you on a high pedestal. And you see a lot of men that put their women on a super high pedestal. They don't get that respect, man. They don't get that respect. It's some of them that do, because it's some women, it's a few handful that deserve that type of treatment. It's a few of them out there that still exist. But for the majority, a lot of them are asking for undeserved, praise, undeserved, kudos or whatever you want to call it. You know, you got to earn that type of stuff, man. You can't expect, Scorpio is not going to do that. If you type of woman that wants your ego stroke, that's why a lot of times, a lot of the more egotistical signs are like a lot more women with more egotistical and arrogant attitudes. They have the relationship with a Scorpio, the relationship with the Scorpio ends horribly because, we the type of people, we humble until the BS pops off. Once the BS pops off, all gloves are off. All fucking gloves are off. You know what I'm saying? I go from the humble motherfucker to being the Mr. Maniac. You know what I'm saying? To being Mr. Asshole. You know what I mean? I'm humble till the bullshit pops off. You know what I'm saying? Because when it pops off, it pops off. And that's how the Scorpio carries it. Just like the other Scorpio page, which I like her stuff. She said, we mirror you. We do her. We basically mirror everything you do. So if you're gonna be arrogant and clamorous and trashy and disrespectful with your words and can't hold a grain of salt, then you're gonna get the worst out of a Scorpio. You're gonna get what you put into it. All that energy is gonna come right back in your face. It's like when you talk about dealing with a Scorpio, I'm gonna put it like a metaphor. We're like water guns. You know what I'm saying? If you whatever you put into it, that's what you're gonna get from us. Whatever energy you put in, that's what's gonna come out. That's exactly how it's gonna come out. You know what I mean? Just like cooking. You know what I'm saying? Whatever ingredients, however long or however careful you are with the food, that's how it's gonna come out. That's how the end result gonna be. So whatever attitude and negative aspects of yourself that you put into the relationship, that's what you're gonna get from them. You're gonna get a very negative person. You're gonna get a hard man to deal with. And this is another thing. Scorpios will not try to compete with anything that you try to put against us. We're not going to try to compete like I was growing up, like how a woman, try to test you and try to be like, oh, that man looks so good, he's like, we so confident in ourselves. We know we can get any type of one we want to. We know we strong enough and we solid and thorough enough to get what the woman that we want, not the woman that we have to get. You know what I'm saying? We get the woman that we want. Y'all excuse me. I'm real close. Y'all give me a second, I'm messing up. Sorry. At least y'all get a close-up of me. I hope I don't look too bad. But it's we will not compete against it. We're not gonna try to be like, oh man, he a famous star. Oh, he got a whole lot more than what I get. How I'm gonna compete against that? Oh damn, his car is like I never. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, oh, look at that Lambo. Look at that Jag. Like, we don't get, like, that shit is a piece of metal. It's not it's not spiritual. You can't take it with you when you die. You know what I'm saying? The Bank of America is not coming to your funeral. I promise you, they're not coming to your funeral. The IRS, none of them they're not coming to your funeral. You know what I'm saying? So you can worship people, you can worship Hollywood, you can worship money, but all that stuff is vanity. All that stuff is temporary. So if you go and put yourself into that, how much you think you're gonna get out of that? You're gonna get absolutely nothing out of that. So you trying to get a Scorpio to compete and keep up with the Joneses, you got the wrong man, because we're not gonna try to keep up with the Joneses. The only people we competing against is ourselves. The only people we at battle with is ourselves. I'm not at no competition with no man over no woman over anything. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's about respecting me as a man. Unless he disrespecting me as a man, then that's when we gonna compete. If you try to, discredit me or disrespect me, then that's where we gonna compete. Then that's when the Scorpio is gonna compete. But as far as competing over a woman when she's trying to, antagonize you or tease you, you're not gonna get the reaction you think you're gonna get out of a Scorpio. He's gonna come very agitated, and he's gonna become very irritated, and he's not gonna want to be bothered. And just because you're doing something so disrespectful and trying to make him compete against other stuff, he's going to put scenarios where you're going to feel like you're going to have to compete, where it's going to feel like your self-esteem is being tried every day, and it's not right. But if you're doing it, how can you expect him to do anything different? Because he's going to mirror your behavior. He's going to do exactly what you do. You get in what you put out. You get the energy with what you put out, man. That's the energy you're going to get back. So if you're trying to get him to compete and try to wave and tease and be like, oh, that man, just say, for instance, y'all watching something come on, and they be like, ooh, look at that guy, he got a nice shirt on. Like, you don't think that's something to blow out of proportion, but if you the type of person that's jealous all the time and don't like him looking at no woman and want to keep him all to yourself, don't do that to him. Don't put him in a situation where he feel he got to be jealous. He feel he got to be insecure. Don't try to put him in a position of insecurity. Don't ever try to put Scorpio in a position of insecurity, because you will be the one to get embarrassed. He will put you in a situation, because one thing about us, we got memories like elephants. So if you try to put me in a position of embarrassment, I will do likewise. You know what I'm saying? I would do the exact same thing you do. A lot of these dysfunctional, people, a lot of these dysfunctional women in relationship with Scorpios, they cause a lot of the problems, but they're not, they cause half of the problems, and we cause our half of the problems also, because it's a given, it's a half, because we it's a bond, so we got to share the load. But I'm not going to take 100% of the blame for anything. Scorpio, we're not going to take 100% of the blame for anything. If you want us to look at ourselves and fix ourselves up and not discredit you or try to play the blame game, don't do it either. Don't you do that either, because that's BS. That's hypocritical. If you want to be, put in a light of prestige, if you want to, if you want him to take initiative, if you want him to not throw blame on everything, if you want him to take, fix himself up and really be honest with yourself, look at yourself in that same light, look at yourself in that same place. You know what I mean? Don't become, belligerent, become blinded by your own ego that you're not even willing to look at yourself. Because if you're not a person that's willing to self-correct, you're gonna stay stagnant forever. You're gonna be the same immature, egotistical, irrational person forever. If you're not willing to self-reflect, that's one thing people don't understand about Scorpios. We're very self-reflective. We see, what's going on. We know what's going on. We know how things work. We know how we want to be perceived by people. You know what I'm saying? We know how it is. We know how, it feels, how people feel. We put ourselves in other people's shoes. So we're not going to sit there and put a bunch of stuff on nobody's shoulders unless they're doing the same exact thing to us. We're not going to be these sneaky people unless we feel there's reason for us to be sneaky. I'm not talking about the low-level, immature ones. I'm talking about the high-level Scorpios that really got their stuff together, that's really on the move. You know what I mean? And don't take it for face value, because he could be on the come up working, a regular 9 to 5, and next minute he's running his own businesses and doing his own thing. Because you got to understand, Scorpio, they have that much passion, they have that much ambition, where they come up, it's almost like an overnight success story. You know what I mean?